Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I would not touch on the details of the organizing committee of this project on the biography. That will be explained by our chairperson of the organizing committee, who will shortly deliver her welcoming speech and provide an introduction to the biography to you. Without further ado, I'm extremely pleased to invite Yang Berbahagia Tan Sri Nuraizah Abdul Hamid to come on stage to deliver her speech. Over to you, Tan Sri.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I sincerely hope that it is not too late to wish all of you a happy new year. May all of us be blessed with lots of happiness, great health, and good fortune for 2012 and the years to come. Amen. On behalf of the organizing committee, I wish to take the opportunity to thank all of you for the positive response and the strong support given to us in undertaking this project of writing and launching the biography. Silver money, more than a teacher. The list is long, but I would like to make special mention of some who had enabled us to make this project a successful venture. Firstly, I wish to thank Datuk Sri Salvamani for giving his consent to us to undertake this biography project, in the process of which we must have given him and his beloved wife, Datin Sri Puvai, a lot of stress and anxiety. Secondly, I wish to express our sincere gratitude to Professor Dr. Ngalini and her husband, Dr. Patel, and Dr. Nalina, Datuk Sri Salvamani's daughters and son-in-law, who came all the way from the United States to be with us today. On behalf of the organizing committee, I must tender our apologies for changing the date of the launch, which affected your travel plans. Thirdly, our utmost gratitude for the very generous financial contributions made by former students and friends of Datuk Sri Salvamani. You know who you are, and I will not be mentioning specific names. Suffice for me to say that several individuals had made very substantial contributions. At Datuk Sri Salvamani's request, the biography will not be for sale. Hence, what we have received will be used to pay the printers, the hotel for the lunch we have arranged, as well as other costs incurred for the launch. Whatever will be left in the balance will be utilized by the organizing committee for any special project on the advice of Datuk Sri Salvamani. Fourthly, I must make special mention of the Zainon Kasim printers run by brothers Ahmad Nazli Zulkifli and Nafizi Zultan and their other brothers as a family business. The two brothers are also former Andersonians and had undertaken the printing of the invitation cards, the paper bags for the books, as well as a school song that you have found on your table for free. Thank you very much. Fifthly, to all who have made contributions on their personal stories involving Datuk Sri Salvamani, we thank you for your efforts. At the same time, we must apologize to those who submitted their stories or poems beyond the time for printing and could not be included. Last, but by no means least, I wish to express my personal thanks to all who have worked so tirelessly in the organizing committee, the editorial committee, and the reception committee. I wish to thank Tan Sri Salihuddin Muhammad, our advisor, for his patience, his unfailing support, and his valuable advice. My eternal gratitude goes to Raja Puan Sri Nora Ashikin, our charming but formidable fundraiser, Datuk Saleh Yub, our sporting in-house MC, Yong Sek Yi, our most hardworking secretary and chairman of the editorial committee, Datuk Merlin Casimir, our efficient fund manager, and Tan Hau Kiang, our very savvy technical expert. I wish also to make special mention of Datuk Ghazali Yusof, our versatile entertainer, and the Andersonians Forever Choir. Although this project started as an Andersonian enterprise, I must express our appreciation to Keith Yung and others from Sekolah Menengah Sultan Idris and Sekolah Menengah Sri Teja, Goping, who assisted us from the beginning to the end. I wish also to thank the Royal Chulan and Pak Abu for assisting us in the arrangements for the launch and the lunch. I have met many new friends through this project, and what I have experienced have convinced me further how important true friendship can be. Our royal and distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, a number of those present today attended the lunch that we organized on 27 February 2011 at the Royal Lake Club, when, in the presence of Datuk Sri Salvamani, the lead writer, Dr. Rokia Talib, talked about the biography project. Those who attended the lunch were encouraged to submit their special stories involving Datuk Sri Salvamani and also to contribute towards the cost of the printing and launch. That event took place almost a year ago. Today, 15 January 2012, we are happy to state that our project has come to a successful conclusion. The biography, Salvamani, More Than a Teacher, is ready to be launched. As some of you may already be aware, the author, Dr. Rokia Talib, Anderson School Ipoh, class of 62-63, was a professor in the Department of Anthropology and Sociology, University of Malaya, Kuala Lumpur. She is currently a Karyawan Tamu with the Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia Press. Since her retirement, she has written several books, including 1. Tan Sri Fatimah Hashim, Portrait Seorang Pemimpin, 2. A Second Chance, Life and Mission of Arshad Ayub, and 3. Raja Muhammad alias, the architect of Felda. Today, she can add to the list, Salvamani, More Than a Teacher. This biography is not just a chronological representation of Datuk Sri Salvamani's life and career as a teacher. It is also essentially an attempt by the lead writer to define, through the stories, references, and testimonials in the biography, the very essence of Datuk Sri Salvamani and the many dimensions of his unique personality. As a teacher who was not only committed, dedicated, and driven by his passion to teach, but also to educate his students with high moral and universal values. He was sensitive to their personal needs, their welfare, and their problems, and was generous and caring in dealing with them and their families. As a son and grandson who grew up and was nurtured in a stable and privileged family environment that thrived on the loving and caring nature of his mother and the proper conduct and strict discipline expected by his father. He was also imbued with the generous philanthropy of his grandfather and the desire to always give back to society. As a person who was a product of his generation, when social, cultural, and religious differences did not create barriers, there were certainly trials and tribulations in his life and the challenges of a country in the process of becoming an independent nation. He faced them all with a strong moral codes and belief in God. As a husband whose love and affection for his wife have passed the test of time, they are not only husband and wife, but also good friends who continue to share their keen interest in education, in giving back to society, and in strengthening friendships, especially with their former students. As a father and grandfather whose love and strong bonds with his children and grandchildren are clearly evident, and even more, as a friend who would only see a person's good side. He is a friend who nurtures friendships and strives to maintain contact, to be in touch. Indeed, Datuk Sri Salvamani was not just an extraordinary teacher. He was and still is an exceptional human being, one who is held in high esteem and cherished by so many. Sir, this biography is our humble tribute to you.
when Tan Sri Nuraizah, who was in Form 6 in Anderson School, I consider her to be one of the more pretty girls. I was one of her many admirers, but I was only in Form 3 or Form 4, I think. So she and her friends called themselves kakak when they talk to us. So manalah the Chan at that time.